welcome back inside another exciting episode of The Stash Report from The Stash Project. Today is January 21st, 2019, and it's a short show this week. A few things come out in Japan. A great deal of these are going to be restock items where they are just restocking the shelves, as it were. Nothing new about any of the kits. There are about 3 kits that were released that are new to this month, and then we've got the kit announcements from Fujimi for April. So not a lot of action this week. I would expect that next week will be quite a bit busier, but it is what it is. Fujimi's announcements for April 2019 are going to be a reissue of their Nissan Cedric Gloria Y30 generation kit, much like the Aoshima kits of that generation. The Cedric and Gloria very, very, very close to one another in terms of the body styling. The grills, the logos, and things like that are the primary differences. So it is the same sort of principle where you swap in a few different pieces and you have a Gloria or you have a Cedric. It's not, at least from what I can see of it so far, not a dual kit or a kit collection or anything where you can build 2. It's going to be one or the other. The other kit is going to be their Toyota Supra 3.0 GT Turbo. That is an A70 generation Supra. This one is going to have the big, goofy, large rear wing attached to it. It's been a little while since that version has been reissued. It's been reissued within the time we've done this show in the Tohei Mountain Pass series. So this is another just reissue of it in a different boxing with the big wing in the back. There's not really any good A70 Supras. I mean, it would be a kit that probably would not see a new tooling done of it just because the Tamiya one exists and the Fujimi one exists, and the Fujimi one was eventually a race car as well, but neither one of them were actually dedicated race cars or really dedicated street cars. They were a blend of both, so it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to retool 30 years down the road, but probably not going to see it, so we have to deal with those. The Fujimi one, probably the worst of the two. Neither one of them are particularly spectacular in terms of their contents. It's one of those Tamiya kits where it's a Tamiya kit, but it's not like a Tamiya kit, if you know what I'm saying. So that'll take us to kit releases this week, because like I said, just really not a whole heck of a lot going on. Over at Aoshima, these are again going to be just all restocks of existing kits coming back in. You have the Initial D Toyota 86 Truno Volume 1. This builds your base spec model Truno for the Initial D series, the original comic book series car. This does have the engine insert. Obviously, he's standing there with the hood open, but otherwise it is pretty much a factory stock Truno other than the fact that it has Watanabe wheels on it. And then you have the other end of the spectrum with that, which is the Toyota 86 Truno Initial D Volume 37 kit. Now, this one is the one we always tell you to buy because it has all of the modifications done to it. You can build just the regular factory stock kit with Watanabes, but this also has a number of engine options, roll cage, racing seats, all of the everything that has ever come in this kit is in this one box. So it's always the one we recommend for you. Obviously, because it has a whole bunch of engine parts, it has the engine insert as well. Also in the reissue train, the Vertex GZX100 Toyota Mark II Tour 5. Just a slightly aerodynamic version of the factory stock kit. The reissue of the Auto Couture Toyota Celsior. It's a VIP kit. Again, these are, the Celsior is kit 23 of the series, so it's been a while since that one actually was issued in the new boxing series. And then the last Aoshima kit for this month in terms of reissues for this video, I should say not this month, is the reissue of the Liberty Works R35 GTR version 1.5. So that has come back out if you missed it the first time. Kits that are new to this month but not new to the world are, first up, this from Fujimi. It is the Toyota Crown Royal Saloon 2.8 four-door hardtop. This is a reissue of a kit from the 1980s. It is a very, very, very basic, formerly motorized kit. If you bought the Toyota Crown 2.8 Turbo that was done maybe a year ago now, this is the same kit, just with a different front air dam and a spoiler, and for some reason Porsche 956 turbo vent wheels. The wheels that are underneath of it, the turbo vents are just an add-on piece to the wheel face, are the same wheels that are in the 2.8 turbo kit. I don't know why they specifically decided to put Porsche 956 turbo wheels in here. I don't know how you reissue this with Porsche 956 turbo wheels without paying Porsche some licensing for that. I can't see the parts close enough to tell if they really still have the Porsche engraving in them, although Fujimi would tend to just reissue it the way it is. The whole thing is just amusing because Porsche, of course, never even made a Porsche 956. Now, Porsche, Fujimi has plenty of things with the Porsche license. They're going to reissue a Porsche Carrera 3.8 Turbo this month, but it's just an odd choice. But hey, back in the roaring 80s, what can you say? Then over at Hasegawa, 2 reissues. First up is going to be the Lancia Delta HF Integral 16 valve Ski Vacation Kit. So this is going to be the regular kit, the one that you would build as just the civilian integral 16 valve. That kit was reissued, the end of last year, beginning of this year. And this is going to add in the ski rack, the skis, and 4 plastic figures. And, God bless them for making them diverse, I guess. I mean, these are from the 1990s. So even back then, Hasegawa was on top of the PC diversity train before it ever even left the station. They are injected molded figures, so they're in the positions they're in. 2 of them obviously set to carry skis. There's male and female ski poles, all sorts of fun stuff like that. The instructions on Hasegawa kits with literal English translations are always a hoot in general. But it's been a while since this particular version of the Lancia has come back out. It makes sense because it was the only one that I believe at this point that hasn't been reissued out of the Deltas. They've reissued all of the civilian cars and all of the rally cars at this point. So why not reissue the ski version? Why not? I'm not sure that a Delta HF is really something you want to take skiing in the first place, but hey, whatever. It's Japan. You can't argue with them. The other kit from Hasegawa this video is going to be the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 3 for the winning car for the 1996 Rally New Zealand. Now, I have looked at several images of this car online, and I believe that it needs actual Rothmans livery, not just the Rothmans livery. Now, this kit does include several of the Rothmans logos with no wording, just racing at the bottom of the logo. However, based on, like I said, everything I've seen for this, there's decal stuff for the 95 one and the 96 one floating around. I think Decal Pool just made brand new decals for this, as a matter of fact. But there's other ones. There's a Shunko set, and I'm pretty sure the Studio 27 set. And now how available any of those are, the instant you're watching this, I couldn't tell you because I haven't really paid attention. I do know the Decal Pool ones are because they've been showing up on various vendor websites saying, hey, you need these decals. But there's a great big Rothmans logo for the back door that is missing out of these decals, as well as all the Rothman wording for all the Rothman logos. The logos, again, there, just no Rothman wording. And like I said, I've looked specifically for this car several times, and it does appear that the car had tobacco livery on it, and they have just photoshopped it out in this box art photo. So keep that in mind if you want to buy this vehicle and build it. Aside from the fact that there's also everything that you see blue is paint. It is a two-tone. The stripes themselves are in the decal sheet, but the actual Rothmans blue, you're going to have to go ahead and source that and paint the kit on that sort of a sideways. Well, it's really a tritone because the bottom of the car is white as well, but it's a two-tone white and blue. So guys, not a lot going on this week. The majority of the stuff is still not hit. I would have expected more of the Hasegawa stuff for this month to have come out, but it hasn't, and I can't do anything about controlling that. So we're pretty much almost the exact same spot we were with what needs to come out as we were last week, except that those 2 Hasegawa kits and the Toyota Crown Royal from Fujimi have come out. We're still waiting on pretty much everything else. There's been no other movement on the domestic side as far as the January kits that are still supposed to come out from round 2. And that's pretty much it. So a short one, mercifully, for everybody involved, because to make it easier to edit this and then upload it through my phone. They have gone back through if the aesthetics are something that you appreciate from looking at our channel, our video channels. We have gone back and put in the actual custom thumb tags for the videos now, and that's not just me doing a still from the videos that YouTube likes to pick as the thumbnails. It's been a pain, total pain. You know, the internet is what it is out here. It's just I'm guessing everyone has smartphones now, so they don't care about the Wi-Fi anymore, because who's using big clunky computers for anything anymore? Everything is on the phones. And I suppose I could, do these videos on my phone, except that it's even more of a pain to me to try to intersperse all of the images that I put in through this editing program for my phone, because the editing program I use for these videos on my laptop is available in a mobile version, but it's just even more difficult to use. I've figured out how this works. I'm good with using it. So anyway, enough of my complaining for 1 week. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys on the other side.